crisis again make the investors nervous about the recovery of economy. Okay, for example, now you are second year, but to the fourth year student, they are looking for a job soon. Because it is the end of this next May, June, they are looking for a job, and then they will be worried about what job they can get. Okay? Not long ago, you probably don't know, not long ago, you probably read news, a lot of Taiwanese young graduate girl students from university, they look for work for air steward for airlines in Middle East. You understand? Including some Dubai or Emirates airline companies, because they get higher pay. But once this warning signal from Dubai, then your job opportunities get less and less. Do you understand? I mentioned that air steward was so popular in Taiwan at one time, right? They work for the air steward airline company in Middle East because they offer higher pay. Okay? Then, once again, in short, it makes the investor worry again. The economy going to worsen or have a second recession or not. Okay? This is what is said in the article only. But later on we can tell what happened next. For the second article I will distribute to you, you can tell. After the Dubai on Thursday, and now we stand on Thursday afternoon here. What happened later on? Is the crisis resolved or deepened? Can you read from the article, please? Okay? Read first, but they haven't browsed it as quick as Eric do. So read first, they allow you a couple of minutes more. Just concentrate. You see, the Americans do, because he used to study American, so his reading capability is much stronger. You have to catch up. Yeah, concentrate yourself in reading. Any difficult word in the second article? How are you? Second article. You should help each other. Don't read every word yourself. Try to speed up. Your teammates. Stan, are you cooperating with Jason? Is that okay? How about Lisa? Any word difficult for you to understand? No? Okay. I think some of you have a ready floor. So anyone can tell me what's the second article meaning? Main meaning? Try. Stephen, you want to try? Okay, it's still Eric. Okay, Eric try. But I'm sorry, our camera is not on your side. It's on my side. Okay, come on.
It's talking about like as a consequence of this one, the first article, the stock market also suffered great losses. And one thing I think it's important to understand from the first article is that the second reason why, like the market, okay, the market the finance, the market collapsed, financial market collapsed in Dubai for two reasons. The first one we already said, right, the real estate. But the second one is because in Dubai they were expecting other countries to lend them money to overcome the crisis. But this is the biggest problem. I think that nobody is giving them money because nobody wants to give them money right now because everything is really bad. So that's why the insurance went up. The insurance for the stock market, they went up, and now the debt is greater. So that it goes into this one, it affects the stocks as well. And they start saying how in America, like it's up to, I think it's 10 different industries went to the floor. So it's a huge problem. For example, it's talking about...
Do you follow what Eric said? Yeah? From Dubai to US markets. And of course, Taiwan market fell sharply. Shanghai, we are in Asia. Shanghai market, Tokyo market, Hong Kong market, Korea market all fell sharply. But it's just you are observing this market or not in the past few days, as I suggested in the beginning of the course. It fell sharply. If you invest money there, you feel very painful, very hurtful. If you invest lots of money, you feel you're dying. Anyway, you see the short way from Dubai, 1,000 miles away to Europe, and even further to United States. Why? Because United States company purchased the largest amount of the bonds. And then why? Because nobody want to help Dubai. Nobody want to lend money to Dubai. So it worsened the crisis. For example, if I get hurt, somebody help me and send me to hospital, then I will recover quickly at the first time, at the first moment when I have an accident. Do you understand? You have CPI first and then you recover quickly. If delay the time and then you recover slow, the recovery chance gets slimmer and slimmer. So when it happened on Thursday, nobody would like to support at that time. And the bond market, as we learned from the textbook, we learned from the textbook, who purchased the bond? Who are the participants in the bond markets? Sorry? Banks, that's right. Financial institution, banks purchase bonds. And what else? Corporation, that's right. Corporation. Individual. Sorry? Household, individual, right. So, corporation, company who purchase this bond, the stock price will going down because they lose money. And individual who purchase bond will lose money and they will spend less money. They don't have money to spend. Much less money to spend. Okay? The financial institution who purchase this bond issued by Dubai and then they lose money. Of course, the company stock price will going down as well. Okay? So the shock wave is from one country to the other country and all around the world. Because to some extent, every country purchase more or less of Dubai bond because they think that Dubai is developing very nicely and prosperous. It seems going to be, as you say, financial center, a wonderful holiday resort there. But suddenly collapsed. You didn't expect. And then the loss is huge. And at that time, nobody helped. Nobody stretched their hands help. And then it worsens the crisis. But in the end, surely, the last resort of the bank, as we mentioned in early of the course, last resort of the bank, last lender of banks, central banks in Arabian world, in Middle East, the neighboring country of Dubai, promised to guarantee the payments to some extent, not all, but to some extent. So because the announcement and the guarantee of the central banks of the other neighbor country of Dubai, then the financial market around the world gradually calm down, not so nervous, not so panicking. Okay, so financial market, they are linked together. Not only bond market and stock market, but also to the other countries as well. From one country to another country, because of globalization. That's why we say this course called international financial markets and international financial instruments, because the Dubai bonds is issued internationally. Chinese company purchase it, Chinese individual purchase it, and of course American company, European rich wealthy people purchase it. So when the default happens, then all around the world feel the pain and feel the crisis as well. Okay? To some extent, do you understand? Okay. So tomorrow, as I said, I asked you to present one portfolio and for competition, because we learned money market and bond market and stock market to some extent. I will go further down to about the evaluation of stock market. Okay? And before that, I want to review what we have learned about bond market and stock market. In other words, the connection between bond market and stock market. Stock market? Sorry? Andy, what do you think? When interest is going up, good for bond market. Good for bond market. And bad for stock market. And the other way around, when interest goes down, it's good for stock market or bond market. Sorry? Good for one say stock market, one say the other say bond market. Which one? Last week when we learned about the common stock and preferred stock. What's the difference between common stock and preferred stock? And what's two credit to the term to the team of fishes? Okay. And of course three credits to Eric's team, because he answered several questions. Okay. Thank you. And then what's the difference between the common stock and preferred stock? Sorry, Stephen first. He raised his hand first. Okay, what's the difference? You have voting rights. That's right. Preferred stock, no voting rights. Voting rights. Correct. One credit. But when preferred stock have the voting rights? Yes. Read the textbook. What it say? When?
Investors have voting rights when the company pays dividends in a period of time.
Pay the dividends in a period of time.
Every period of time.
In a
regularly, they pay their dividends regularly.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
So the investors have voting rights.
Which one? The common stock or?
Preferred stock.
No. I think it should be. Listen.